So, as usual, leave everything to the last minute, and I thought, why not get a drone to capture some footage of the Simpson Desert, because I thought that would be pretty cool. So, I got this DJI Spark about a week before I left. This is just me down the park trying to learn how to fly the thing, going backwards and forwards and around in circles and all that. Probably about 5 days prior to leaving. I think I got to run about 4 or 5 batteries through it, which is only like 10-minute flights, 12-minute flights or something. But yeah, this is some of the footage that I captured on the trip. Oops. So yeah, that actually happened. I zigged when I should have zagged. Yeah, I was had it in sport mode. I hadn't used it in sport mode very much. I've just been using it in normal mode, so it was quite a bit slower. But I thought once I got into sports mode, I thought this is awesome. It goes so much faster. But it doesn't have the obstacle avoidance stuff where if it's going to run into something it just stops. In sport mode it's just like manual mode, you can just smash straight into stuff like Exhibit A, and I end up cracking the lens on the gimbal part. The drone itself was overall fine, as you'll see, but the gimbal was pretty inconsistent from this point on, so a little disappointing considering I'm only at Exmouth and I only bought the drone to fly in the Simpson Desert, so we're pretty far away from there. But this little bit on the beach, this bit of footage was prior to that, and I'm just trying out the follow mode, and it turned out pretty good, I think. Anyway, back to some more drone footage. Yes, I did crash into the bush. Second crash. Now, this was at the Geographical Centre of Australia, Lambert, I think you called it. Yeah, I broke some propellers this time, or rotors, whatever you want to call them, and I didn't do the gimbal any extra harm. Shot before this, along the when I was heading to the Fink. This shot here, you can see that the camera, the gimbal's all over the place, and sometimes it was like that, sometimes it wasn't. But I was almost at the Simpson Desert, so we just get what we're given, and these are the shots from the Simpson. So yeah, that was all I got from the Simpson. Pretty disappointing considering I only bought the drone to get some good shots in the Simpson, and I think I only got one half decent one and the rest were all shaky. So yeah, just some extra footage here. This shot coming up confused me when I first saw it. I didn't know which way was up, which way was down, until you see the tree in the middle there. It actually makes sense. This shot here was at Coral Bay, and I rode down from the top right hand corner along the sandy track, and when I was riding along there was a kid walking with his fishing rod. So I went past and I went all the way down to the boat ramp, and then it came back up and started flying around with the drone trying to get some decent shots of the water and stuff. And I didn't notice at this point that he was standing on this coral shelf right up the top of the shot. And it wasn't until I got to this other shot where it went down closer to the water that I could actually see him in my phone. I could actually see someone standing there, so I was like, oh shit, how? So I didn't want to fly up too close to him, but how cool is that? To be standing that far out and just fishing off the... Pretty sweet, I reckon.